Hi there, I'm Ben and welcome to part 12 of my full platinum walkthrough for Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. We're exactly where we left off at the end of the previous video, as usual, and we're going to be going to a place called Mibu Village eventually. We've got a few other things to take care of first of all. So we're going to travel back to trying to travel back to Guardian's 8 Burrow, but we can't do that now. So we need to go back to Poison Pool, and we've got a boss fight coming up, a Shichimen warrior. Yeah, sure, why not? We're going to get a Malcontent's ring from him, her, whatever, it, which is an upgrade material that we need. So going back to the Guardian Ape, the second Guardian Apes arena, they will be there now. You fought one of these before. It's the same, exactly the same drill. So have Divine Confetti, otherwise you're not going to really do any damage to it. It's very, very low. You do some, it's like 5% of normal damage or something like that. Run in, do a few hits, back away if it starts doing the big charge. I'm using L1, R1 as a quick attack, or a decent attack. As soon as it jumps in the air, try and get up to it and do an R1 for a instant death blow. It is a skill that we bought from Black Hat Badger a long time ago. We did do it on the first one of these. When they disappear, obviously skirt around the beam it's going to do. It's going to do another one. I think I just get around it. Yeah, L1, R1. It's the first attack that we got that I'm using the skill there. Whatever you want to call it. And then, yeah, pretty simple stuff. Just watch out for the balls. They don't really move. Watch out for the attack. It's going to do another. I think this is the one. Yeah, this is the one that does get me. Not a problem. When I do get up close to them, I just try and do as much damage as possible. This skill's quite good. It seems to cut through their sort of charges and attack. You can see there's a little bit of a break in the glass. It's like a glass is breaking or shattering when I'm doing that L1, R1 attack. Do remember you will need to use some Divine Confetti when it runs out, because it will run out. At least 2, maybe 3 you'll need to use. So be aware that you could be running around without any on your sword, on your blade. And yeah, there's a lot going on with these, and but they're not actually that difficult. You can kind of plow through, or try to plow through, and not be successful, I suppose, there. And then, yeah, when I do eventually, I think I'm about to do it now. I'm going to get this one down. Yeah, something very strange does happen. So you get the death blow, kill it, and then we'll get the Malcontent's ring. Which is an upgrade material. It looks like it does other stuff, but it's not. It's just an upgrade material. And then it doesn't die, which is strange. I've not had this happen before in this game. Yeah, I'm just whacking it around a bit because I'm actually interested to see what happens. But it is dormant. It's still there. It is tracking me still, but it can't attack. And yeah, not quite sure what's going on. Yeah, see, it is following me around as I move away. But once I sit here and commune, then it will disappear. It is actually dead. I think I get the skill points and the XP and stuff from it now. The XP, yeah, see it fly in there. So I don't know what happened there, but yeah, I got the XP just came through there as well. Anyway, moving on. That's that one out of the way. There is a second type of those called the Headless, which we're going to see another one of those coming up. We haven't fought one of those yet. They're horrible. So we're going to do all of those in the next video, sort of bunch them together so we get a bit of a rhythm going with them. I really don't like them, to be honest. A thing I'm trying here with the Snap Seed doesn't work. So I was thinking Snap Seed. That looks like a phantom type thing that the Snap Seed usually makes disappear. But it doesn't. So I'm jumping. There's 2 of them down here. So you'll just have to take them on normally, or just completely ignore them. Jump straight across to that gap and ignore them entirely. So that's where we jump down and then just run for this, and then jump over here and across, and then go for the next shrine here for our next area. This is kind of Mibu Village. It's leading on to it anyway. It's a bit of a special area. There's a bit of a thing going on with this area. You see below there's loads of fog everywhere. We're going to stay high up and not go into the fog, because enemies appear, spirit enemies will appear, so we're going to just avoid those entirely. There is one enemy that's making all the other enemies appear in this area. If we get to them and kill them, then all the other enemies disappear, apart from the chickens. So watch out for that chicken. I've got my shuriken here, and I haven't got it equipped. I do this all the time. No, I use the fire. I do it all the time. I'll just see how many shurikens one of these chickens actually takes, and it's 4, which is quite expensive, really. So yeah, there's one of the headless down there. All the fog, don't fall down there. Just yeah. We're going into a second area where that enemy is, that I mentioned before. We're going to go up here. And jump across, do a big jump across. Light coin purse, extra chickens, watch out for that one. And you will land on a chicken when you do this, so be ready. And then down here there's a guy you can talk to. It's not essential, but he's going to tell you kind of what's going on with regards to the fog and enemies and whatnot. And tell you how to get to the one that's doing it all. So we're going to go into the second part now. So this is where the enemies really do show up. And you'll see that as well. So it's going to get a bit sort of disorientating as to where I am. I'm going to try and lead you the best, as best as I can. But we're going to avoid everyone. So we're going to jump across. So you can see there's one there, an enemy, a spirit type enemy. So we're going to run for him and take him down. And hopefully nobody else should see you at this point. And then we're going to jump across using this tree and go up there. So hopefully no one should see you here either. So jump across. I don't know what happened there. Jump across here and up to this one. Grab this scrap. Don't worry about items. We'll come back for all of that later. There can be a guy with a rifle here and then one on the tree over there as well if you've sort of woken everyone up. I've not done so yet, so I'm okay. And then at this point, just look for the grapple point and head to it and grapple up, and that should be pretty silent. You should have got away with not alerting anyone. If you did, it doesn't matter at this point. You're safe. Now there's going to be a boss fight coming up. It's yet another one of these big dudes with the big sword that spit poison at you. I think this is the third one of these we've done now, so you know how to handle them. Oil and fire is going to be the easiest way to do this. Don't need the spring, just the normal. I just need to ignite them. So he will calm down, but you can't get to him and do a death blow without him seeing you. So what I'm going to do is just do a backup save. It's always the best thing to do with boss fights like this. We're a bit away from a shrine at this point. So you can wait for him to calm down. Like, you can actually go for it. I was going to try and go for it here, but I will show you how to actually get a proper death blow on him. So just going to let him reset. If you do have the opportunity where you can just run up behind him and get one and do it there. But I'm going to run down. There's a monkey with a rifle. So you did see I cleared all the other monkeys out as well before doing that. There's a grapple point off to my right hand side. I can't remember where it was. It's just up before the building. So I'm going to jump up this way. Get the one with the rifle. And then we're going to de-aggro Tokujiro by jumping over here. Just grapple across. And then you can grapple back up as well. And he will have de-aggroed at this point. Just stealth, crouch, make sure he's reset, he's not looking at you, so you can get that death blow. And then, yeah, it's just normal. Oil pot and flame vent. And just keep repeating that, really. Watching out for his big sword attacks. So I got a few hits in while I was close, and then oil. Yeah, didn't want to flame there. Flame after he does the grab. yeah, it does good damage on him and gives you that window to do some blade sword damage of your own. Just going to let him go out before throwing another oil pot and more fire. Getting back against a tree here now. And one more will do it. And then he's down, simple enough. And of course we're going to get a prayer bead. One of many. Nearly there with the prayer beads now. We're getting there, we're past halfway. Fistful of ash, obviously I'm not marking that down, we don't need those anymore. There's that anchor point I was looking for when I was running around like an idiot. There is actually an item below me. It's below where I am now. If you turn around and look, you'll actually see it. This is what I'm doing here. I'm thinking I definitely remember there being something. So yes, at least I remember to tell you so you can go and get it. And we're going to go and do, so there's a lump of fat wax there, and we're doing another boss fight. You see there's a question mark next to boss fight there. It's not really. It's a Mist Noble, which is going to be an enemy that we will fight quite a lot of in the next area. Not the next video, the next area, the next new one. So, quiet, you'll hear them. Quiet, stealth even. Just jump down, do a death blow, and then just keep attacking, and you will kill him. It's that simple. There's nothing, yeah, it's not really a boss fight, is it? And as soon as you do that, you should get the lump of grave wax there, and everything, all the fog is going to disappear, and all those spirit enemies are now gone. They will not bother you at all, so you can now run around this area freely and collect everything up. That sugar there is a stronger version of, is it, I forgot, Unko's sugar. The one that makes you stronger. The red one. I've completely blanked on the name there. Ungo? No, I can't remember. Anyway, we'll be using it again shortly, and I'll remember its name then. So yeah, run around. This is the second area, so where all of the enemies were. So just run around and look for lights in the distance and go to them and pick them up. So this is where we dropped down and we did the backstab on that guy there, and then we jumped up here and went to the left and round. But now it's all clear, so just keep looking around for everything. The way out of this area is behind that hut. We'll come back and do that afterwards. Just clear all this stuff up. But we're actually going to go back to the first area quickly. So this is the tree where I jumped up to fight the big guy before. Just having a quick scan around, make sure I've not missed anything. I'm sure I probably have. And yeah, so going back into the first area, and this is where the headless is. We'll do them in the next video. We'll do a load of headless together. This is going to be. I really don't like them. They're not that bad. It's just they're awkward and just I don't know. Not very predictable, which is the main thing. He's down there. There are items down here as well. So this is the first area with the tree and the chickens. I'm just going to do a quick run around and grab a few bits. But yeah, the next video is going to be a clear up video because we're going to get a technique, a skill at the end of this video, the Mibu breathing technique that allows you to go underwater. So there's going to be parts that we've done we can now go back to and get extra stuff, mostly treasure carp scales. So yeah, I have got his attention here. Don't worry about that. If that happens, just keep running around. Grab those 3 things. Now we could do this later once we've got rid of him, but there's a few good things like the red, strong red sugar. There's upgrade materials. So if you are trying to get to another upgrade, you can do now, hopefully, with that one material that we found. He is using, you can see, he is firing these things. Oh, they're horrible. Yeah. It doesn't use them if you're close by. And they teleport behind you and do. Yeah, that was worth going back for, wasn't it? Yeah, they teleport behind you and things. Once you know how to deal with them, they're not too bad. That's why we're going to do all 3 together. So I'm just going to jump across and reset. No, I don't actually need to. I could have got away with it at this point before moving on to the next area, which is actually Mibu Village. So the chickens will be back. And I'm just going to go around, or try to go around him anyway. So yeah, he's down there. Don't bother with him. I'm straight past these now and into the second area again, looking for that building. I'm going to go round the back. I'm not quite sure what saw me there. Some more, is this, oh, it's shards. Yeah, we need that, don't we? Right, so this bit coming up, so I think there's just some pellets here. It's another bit where you're just going to kind of go for it. So look for grapple points and just use them. Just ignore the spirits, just grapple across and then jump down, grapple across and then jump down. And you actually want to go to the right, not the left. Get there in a minute. Where are we going? Jump down there. Okay. And rest at the idol. Now I'm just looking back at there from above. Could be a way of killing this guy we're going to try and kill in a minute with the death blow. Because you will be able to see him over that edge where we just were before we went dropped down and got the idol. So that might be an idea if you're struggling with this guy that's coming up. Anyway, so yeah, we need to purchase the treasure carp scales. There's 2 of them here. It's also worth grabbing the mottled purple gourd, which helps with terror. In the same way as the green one helps with poison, basically. So I'm going to sell, not bite down. I'm going to sell and get up to 2,800. I think is what I needed here, and that will allow me to buy both. Yep, so I'm going to get that. So if you want to use it, I probably won't use it, but if you feel like you do need to use it, then obviously we'll be on a same level of money. There's also some upgrade materials he did have. We may come back and purchase those later on. Right, there's a guy down here. It's one of those ninja ones, the ones we've avoided up till now, really. You can't stealth him from this area. It's really odd. There's a dog here, a wolf. If you just hit it, he will aggro. You just saw a red arrow there. He's following me now. He's on to me. He's down there somewhere. There he is. Yeah, you can't just jump down and kill him, but we need that treasure carp that's behind him. So if you want to just jump down and grab that treasure carp, then you can do, and just run for the idol and sit down and rest, and that'll be it. I'm going to do this the really difficult way and forget the treasure carp scale, which is just such a schoolboy error, but I'll come back for it in the next video. I can't believe I forgot it after all this messing around as well. You're going to see in a moment. So I'm going to drop down. He is still following me, and that's why I said before that you might be able to drop down on him from the other area where the spirits were firing at me when we just kind of ran through and dropped down, because you will be able to look over the edge and see him, and if you're able to lock on and do a death blow, then you will kill him straight away. You should be able to look over the higher point and drop down. It might be worth, if you're really struggling with him, just sort of backtrack a bit and go up there and try it. But I'm going to do this the really difficult way. This does not go well the first time, because I did want to try and see if I could just rush it and jump down and get him, and no, it doesn't work. He's there straight away onto me. So yeah, he has the Sarumaru, who does poison. He only has the 1 health bar. The wolf is here as well, that's always fun. Yeah, he gets me down. It's just does not go well, this. I will come back to him in a moment. I could have carried on, actually. But he poisoned me, and I was just thinking, no, we need to restructure this. I had him, basically. He's down. But, yeah, he kicked me and killed me, and... Yes, it's actually, I think it's been a week or so since I did the last video. Rusty again. I know I'm struggling to get through this guide, but I'm back on track now. I'm going to be getting this one done, plus many others. So, that's my excuse anyway, for messing that up entirely. I'm going to rest and we're going to do this again properly. But I did almost have him. When he does the kick with the red kanji, you can actually use the Makiri counter on that. It does work. Yeah, I was thinking, shall I try and get up to that point and do a death blow, see if it works? But we'll do it the old-fashioned way. I was going to see if we can get away with this. No, as soon as you shuriken that dog, that wolf, he does aggro. So getting him out into an open space might be the better option here. Just the standard firecrackers and blocking is going to be the best thing to do with him, really. Got him kind of stuck down this water. I was going to see if I could take advantage of that somehow. But there isn't really. Yeah, he's very susceptible to blocking, to parrying. It does really damage his posture bar. You could actually use the L1R1 Mortal Blade attack. Would be quite good against him as well. It's just that they're so quick, these ones. So I'm going to do this. Get the old Makiri counter on the kick and just actually fight him head on instead of messing around. Poison. Yeah, if he starts doing the poison, just get away from him. He does 3 attacks when he does that. And get him down. Okay. So you should, I think you will get that scrap as well from him. And then run down to the end of the river and get the treasure carp scale. That's why we did this. Oh, God. Anyway, I'll come back and get that once we do the cleanup in the next video. What an idiot. Right, this next place, Mibu Village, is going to be a place we're just going to run through, really. So try and keep up. But there's lots of enemies here, in that they just keep respawning. It's not really worth taking your time to kill them all, because you will see I just killed a couple there, and then they're just going to keep coming, and it's just not worth it. So we're going to try it and run around. Try and jump over here. That's not working at all. So we have to go around this way. No, we're going to have to go around. There we go. They don't break. I thought they broke. Pacifying Agent there. There's going to be a few of them. If you want to just kill a few, then obviously you can. They do just take 1 hit, but they will just keep coming back. Try and get as many as the items as I can here. Have this Mibu. We'll be back here because when we've got the breathing technique, we can go under this water. So anything we do miss, can always grab then. Always be sucking up the good stuff. I'm going to make a run for this tree, and at the base of this tree is Gourd Seed number 8. And quite a few knocking about. Just run around, grab all the stuff. They're quite slow, they're not going to come running after you or anything. When you get to the big guy with a bell here, go back. We're going to backtrack until you can see a ramp leading up. And try and jump up here and give you a bit of a view. So that's where we've got the Gourd Seed, and I'm higher up now. There's quite a few big guys here. Just going to grab a few things up here. It's not essential, but it's going to lead up to a bit an upgrade material that we will grab. Contact Medicine and Ashina Saki we're not going to use. Adamantite Scrap we will, so I'm just going to get that. And this is a way to get the big guy behind the one with the bell. I'm not even going to bother killing him. He's over ahead of where I am now. He should be around here somewhere, but I think he's followed me, so he's not. So Pellet, and then we're going to try and jump up here. This is the anchor point. Where is it? There we go. Those ones are a bit more annoying, the ones with the green, because they fire off a load of terror-based attacks. So I just got rid of him. Yeah, watch out for the witches here. One of them does get me. Oh, no. I was mid-attack as well. That's no fun. I say witches. What are they, like old hags with machetes, really? I think witches is giving them too much credit. Right, just 3 of them. In their building, we actually have Divine Confetti and Yellow Gunpowder, which is good. We need both of those. And then I'm going to jump back up on top of this building. Over on this scaffold, grab some pellets, and then you can see off to the right we have another shrine, so we're clear. Yeah, it's just not worth taking your time in this area, honestly. You'll be there all day. And now we've got a handful of other boss fights coming up. Quite a few in this video, actually. Some good ones coming up, a couple of good ones. Some main ones. Before that, we'll just do a quick detour down here. Grab another couple of things. Some more scrap and pine resin ember, which is an upgrade material. There are certain one-off upgrade materials. That's what we're getting as we go along. Like the pine resin ember. So drop down here and just run down the hill to the left. Run, run, run. Ignore them all until you start seeing items, and then grab... Oh, yeah, we don't need that one. Get on the roof. That we do want. And this we also do want. So that upgrades, I think it's the flame vent. And then you can jump up here. Mibu Balloon of Soul, which I won't use, although you of course can do. I always forget about them. Yeah, I'm just going to teleport back now. It's going to be the easier way to do this. So just use the Homeward Idol and go back to last communed idol. And we'll go and do a boss fight, which is Orin of the Water, which is a boss fight I do quite like. I like these technical boss fights. Usually they're females as well, honestly. I'm thinking of Bloodborne. Oh no, it's gone. Maria in the bell tower, clock tower. Sort of graceful looking boss fights. I like those, and that's what we're going to do now. So the Sabumaru is a good one, so poison is going to work here. And that's all you really need to bother with. She looks a lot worse than she actually is. I have the improved one. If you don't have the improved one, just use the regular one. I don't think I'm even use these to their full potential at this point. Yeah, I just R2, R2, R2. So a bit of a different one, this one. You will not aggro straight away. You need to go and talk to her first. So do a backup save for no other reason than it makes things easier if you die and don't lose all your XP, etc. So go speak to her and be ready to fight. There are 2 points where you need to just kind of speak to her. I think you ask, yeah, they ask you why she cries, and then you just say something else to her. I can't remember what it was now. But eventually, when she says, "Why must everyone," whatever the rest of that was, she'll attack, and then yeah, the fight is on. So she is fast, but not as fast as you think. So once she comes at you for the first time, use the Sabumaru and poison her. And yeah, most of the time you're going to be able to jump over her attacks like that. She'll come flying in. It looks a lot worse than it actually is. You can just kind of spam L1 to block it, and you will get more parries often than not. And then she's going to try and do the kanji attack there. Just jump over her. She's broke me. Oh no, I tried to jump over it then. That was the grab. You don't try and jump the grab, because that does hurt. I don't know why I'm jumping there. I was expecting a red attack, but we didn't get one. Oh, wait, that time we did. First death blow, and then round 2 is exactly the same really. Go crazy with the Sabumaru if you wish. Just try and find that window to do it though. Usually at the end of one of her combos like this, that there, jump over and then do it. She did kind of float away a bit. But yeah, you want to do it at the end. There we go. It's quite a big pause at the end of hers, and she poisons so easily. So another one of those will finish her off. Yeah, jump that. Try and get... Oh no, she's jumping. She knows it's coming. Yeah, this is just one of those bosses. Don't be ashamed, like I am. Just spamming L1 to block her attacks, because she can get annoying. And then poison her again. A couple more hits, and then we are done. She was graceful. I was absolutely not, but I won. So, yeah, who cares? We got it done. You'll get skill. I think that's the death blow that gives you health. You will start getting health from death blows now. And that's one boss fight down. Another one coming up very shortly. Before at the end of this area. Lump of fat wax. Oh yeah, another really embarrassing moment coming up, which is always fun, isn't it? So there's going to be another spirit-based enemy appear. It's one of those guards from the top of Ashina Tower. I can either get one of these guys straight away, or they just kill me like this. It's just awful. It's so embarrassing. I know their combo. It's really easy to predict. They will always do that attack at the end. I thought I had him then, and then I completely just used the wrong move and dashed straight towards him, which I was not wanting to do at all. Yeah, right. Hang on. Bear with me. Let's even get far enough away for a death blow, but it wasn't working. Yeah, their combos are really easy to predict. They'll always do that rush attack that you can there parry quite easily. They do push you back. That's probably the bit that gets me. But yeah, it should be really easy. They're so easy. But yeah, there we go. Disappointment. And then we're going to jump off. And over here in this chest is some divine grass, which is a heal all, cure all panic button, so to speak. Very rare. Not something. It's one of those. Again, it's one of those items that you will think, oh yes, that will come in handy for a really difficult boss or something, and you'll end up never using it. Or if you're really struggling with certain ones later on, then do remember you have it. Oops. Yeah, the river carries on to where we were before, but we're going to pull ourselves back up here and jump around here. You see the one with the bell? He's the one you want to target. There's a few other smaller ones around here. I do use Puppeteer here. I thought I had the blood smoke one on. I didn't. But Puppeteer works just as well, I suppose. Just get rid of them all. I think he's smashing one over there. It's quite fun to have one of those working for you, to be honest. But once he's done his job, then yeah, just kill him as well. And then you can do a quick listen on the door here. Not much to hear really, and then we're going to go underneath. And through. So there's going to be a red lump times 2 in the corner here in these pots. And then divine confetti times 5, which is really going to help with those headless later on. So it'll be nice and stocked up on divine confetti now. And then yeah, speak to this guy. There is a few options where I think you just kind of introduce yourself or something like that. Just introduce yourself. Go through the his dialogue. We'll be back here, with him later on. He's going to come into his own later on. Some Adamantite Scrap. Nothing else around here. Now I thought this was the rock that leads to the building. It is not. so don't do that. Look for the actual bridge. If that does happen, then you just have to go around again. You'll see in a minute what I meant. There was actually a bridge. I don't know what I was on. It looked like I was on it. I guess it was just... yeah, oh, there's a little gap though. Okay. Well, it's not a little, it's a huge gap. Anyway, Litecoin purse, that's not what we came for. The prayer bead at the top of this building is what we're here for. So we did get a Gourd Seed earlier as well. I didn't use it before Orin. You may have done. I will go and use it now before we do the next boss, which is the Corrupted Monk. The first time, this is a spirit version of the Corrupted Monk. So I'm going to run all the way back to the shrine. How many times have I said that word during this guide already? I'm forgetting it already. So I'll run all the way back down, past where we fought Orin, and just kind of refresh. I'm going to go over and hand in that Gourd Seed as well. So go back to Kuro's room in the upper tower. Just one more seed to get after this, and then we'll be at full capacity with regards to the healing gourd. And once you've done that, travel back to Mibu village. I think it's called Water Wheel. I think is the one we're after. Water Mill, sorry. And then we'll prepare for the Corrupted Monk. It's a really easy fight, this, honestly. Really quite easy if you prepare well for it. So Snapseed, which you can use 3 times. I think I just use it twice. You can actually use it 3. And then Mortal Draw, which is going to be the L1, R1 attack of choice for this one. And then we'll also drop a sugar that I couldn't remember the name of earlier on. I'm going to get it ready here. Yeah, Aiko's sugar. There we go. Aiko's sugar. I don't actually put it in my inventory. I'm just going to take it before the fight. So it's not in my inventory, because I don't like having loads of things to cycle through. Just the usual 3 will do. This guy's back again. Here we go. Time to embarrass myself again. You could just run past him, honestly. You just don't want him to follow you. That's all. I think, yeah, he's right down, and he does, yeah, he manages to get that through. He's got nothing left. One more hit it was. Anyway, you shouldn't be taking much damage from the Corrupted Monk. That's probably more difficult than the Corrupted Monk is. So up the stairs, ignore everyone else. And then here you can do a backup save, because we're going to be using the snap seeds and things like that. So if you don't want to run out of them if you do struggle here. So straight away I'm going to use an Aiko's sugar, and I'm going to go running in with the snap seeds ready. And then once they appear, I think this actually is a she. Use a snap seed, it stuns them, and then twice on Mortal Draw. And then get ready for the spinning attack. It's actually really easy to parry that. Snapseed again, Mortal Draw. It is really quite easy to parry because the timing is quite easy to look for. And then I can actually use Snapseed again here. But for whatever reason I completely blanked on that. I'm going to go for a Mortal Draw out in the open. But yeah, you want to get 3 Mortal Draws, and it's going to cut the... You see how much life I've got left already. Get the old Mikiri counter and get them downed, and that's it. They only have 1 health bar this time. Next time we fight them, considerably more. Yeah, it's done. It's quite easy fight. Do the Snapseed Mortal Draw thing 3 times, and you'll be nearly there. And then just a few parries, and you'll be done. And she has big sweeping attacks, so it's really easy to parry them, really. I just make it look difficult. And you'll get a memory from them, and the Mibu breathing technique, which allows us to now go underwater, which we will be using to clean up in the next video. So I'm looking for skills. What do I want to buy? I'll actually go for the healing gourd at this point, which is in this second one. We do have all of them now, so We will be upgrading them all eventually. But yeah, I'll wait. That needs 5. For now, I'll just enhance power, and this is where we're going to leave it, and then we're going to do some cleanup in the next one. So, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.